Hi friends, in this video I'm going to show you how to multiply a mixed number times another mixed number times a fraction or times a whole number. So we're going to start just by multiplying 2 1/4 times 4, just like this. And so the first step when you see a mixed number is to change, you can go ahead and change that to an improper fraction. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're going to multiply the 4 times 2 and then add the numerator. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So we know that 2 1/4 is equivalent to 9/4. And then we're going to multiply that times 4. But think about, how do we write 4 as a fraction? Well, we can write 4 over 1 because there's one piece in each whole and there are 4 wholes. So then we can just multiply across to get our product. 9 times 4 is 36. 4 times 1 is 4. And then, of course, we need to simplify. So we're just going to divide 36 by 4. Okay? And so then we have to think, 4 times what gets me closest to 36 without going over? Well, we know that 4 times 9 is exactly 36. So then our product is 9. So this would simplify to 9. The product here is 9. The quotient down here is 9, which means our final answer is 9. 36 over 4 is equivalent to 9. And so let's go back and think, does that make sense? Does it make sense that more than 2 times 4 is 9? It does, because we know 2 times 4 is 8, and this is just a little bit more than that. So that's how you multiply a mixed number times a whole number. Now I'm going to show you how to multiply a mixed number times a fraction. This time we're going to do 3 3/8 times 2/9. Okay? So if we think about this fraction, 2/9, well, that's less than 1 because we know 9/9 is 1 whole. So if we're multiplying a fraction, if we're multiplying a mixed number, 3 3/8 times something less than 1, our answer is going to have to be less than 3 3/8 because we're multiplying it by something less than 1. 3 3/8 times 1 would be 3 3/8. So 3 3/8 times something less than 1 is going to be less than 3 3/8. So again, when you see a mixed number in a problem like this, the first thing you need to do is change it to an improper fraction. And again, how you do that is multiply the denominator times the whole number. So 8 times 3, which is 24. And then we're going to add that 3, which is 27/8. Okay, so 27/8 times 2/9. Multiply across, okay? So 27 times 2. And sometimes you'll come to things like this, and you may not know it right off the top of your head. And it's okay to write it off to the side. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So 54. And then 8 times 9 is 72. So 54 over 72. Now, we know that this is less than 1 whole because the numerator is less than the denominator. So we can't change this into a mixed number, so we're just going to leave it like that. 54 over 72. We could simplify the fraction, but we're just going to leave that for now. When I say simplify, I mean make it a smaller fraction, not into a mixed number. All right, and so now I'm going to teach you how to multiply a mixed number times another mixed number. And so we're going to do 4 5/8 times 2 1/3. Okay. So when you see this, you need to change both of these into improper fractions. It's going to make it much more simple for you to multiply. So again, we multiply our denominator times our whole number. 8 times 4 is 32. And then we add 5, which would be 37/8. Times, okay, so 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 makes 7/3. And now we can multiply across. So 37 times 7, again, I'm going to go off to the side and do that. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 4 is 25. So I have 259 over 8 times 3, which is 24. Okay, so now in order to simplify this, I'm going to have to divide 256 divided by 24. to make this into a mixed number. 259 divided by 24. Okay. Okay. So 259 divided by 24. So the first thing we can do is we know that 24 is going to go into 25. So I'm going to circle that. It's going to go one time with one placeholder, and we're going to subtract just like that. We get 9. 5 minus 4 is 1. Okay. So 24 will not go into 19 without multiplying by a decimal, which we're not going to do here. We're just simplifying. So this is going to simplify to 10 and 19 24ths. So 259 over 24 is equivalent to 10 and 19 24ths. And so that's how you multiply a mixed number times a mixed number. You change them to improper fractions first and then multiply across. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to solve area problems when the side lengths are fractional units. Stay tuned.